Chapter 7 Proportional Reasoning. In this chapter, we are going to study more about ratios and proportions. Ratio means a comparison of two quantities. When we are taking two quantities in the same unit, and that comparison we can write in the form of ratio. For example, in a class 10 boys and 20 girls. So 10 boys and 20 girls. Then the ratio of boys to girls. Ratio of boys to girls. This 2 is important. Number of boys to number of girls. So here number of boys 10, that we can write first, and after 2 number of girls, that is 20. So this we can represent by these two dot column. So 10 is to 20. This we can write in simplified form. 10 is to 20 we can write as 10 by 20. And if we are dividing by 10, it will come that is 1 by 2. Which one we can write? 1 is to 2. This is the simplified form of that ratio. Same question if that ratio of girls to total number, then we got to write that as, first we have to write number of girls, that means 20. Total number is coming 10 plus 20, it will come 30. So 20 is to 30. Which one we can write as 20 by 30, divide by 10, it will come 2 by 3, and we can write that in the ratio form 2 is to 3. So based on the question, number of boys to girls, then we have to take the number of boys and girls. Write in ratio form in fraction, then simplify that fraction. And here girls to the total number of students. Ratio of girls to the total number of students. That will come 20 is to 30. Total number is 30. And after simplification, we will get the ratio as simplified form 2 is to 3. So in general, we can write A and B are two quantities in the same unit. Then we can write the ratio as A is to B or A by B in the simplified form. Proportion means the statement of equality between two ratios. It contains two ratios. For example, in a school, 2 teachers for 60 students. Then how many teachers for 180 students? So we can write that in the form of ratio. First it is 2 teachers for 60 students. Ratio is 2 is to 60. And next we don't know how many teachers are for 180. How many teachers it will come for 180 students according to the same ratio. So we can take that as x. X is to 180. Let x be the required number of teachers. So if their proportion means this is the proportion sign symbol. Then we can write the first ratio in fraction form 2 by 60, which is equal to x second ratio x by 120. So here two ratios, we are comparing two ratios. So 2 by 60 and x by 180. So from here when we are cross multiplying, we will get x is equal to 6. So 3 quantities are given or 3 values are given. We can find the fourth one by using this proportion, this equation. That means in general A is to B proportional to C is to D. Which one we can write as A by B equal to C by D, with equal to sign. And from that we can cross multiply this AD is equal to BC also, which means multiplication of the first and the product of first and last term. If we are cross multiplying, we will get A into D is equal to B into C, which means product of first and the last term is equal to product of the middle terms B and C. Now in this figure we can see the same figure with the different ratios, length and width. It's coming different ratio. So that's why that look little different. Here we can see first one A, C and D. These three look similar. Similar means the same way that looks. But B is little longer, thin. That means the tiger size. Here it is coming little more fat. So because of that, here this is coming in square shape. This is rectangular, more rectangular shape. The ratio of length and width is not same. That's why it looks different. Problem solving with the proportional reasoning. Example 1. Are the ratios 3:4 and 72:96 proportional? For that, the first ratio is 3:4. That we can write as 3/4. Second ratio is given as 72:96. That we can write as 72/96, but this is not in the simplified form. 3 and 4 is not having any common factor other than 1, which means 3/4 is the simplified form. Here 2 is a common factor, we can see easily. So divide by 2. So we will get here 4, 848, here 36. Again that we can divide by 2. It will come that as 118, here 2 and 4, 24. We know that we can divide this by 2 or 3 or by 6. If we are dividing by 6, it will come here 3 and 4, which means 3/4. Now we can see the simplified form of that ratio. Both the ratio it is coming same, which means we can write these are proportional. Proportional sign is this one. So 3:4 proportional to 72:96. Here they are asking for what is the HCF of 72 and 96. Here when we are dividing, when we are simplifying, we have to do different repeated times of division work. For that, in place of that, if we are finding HCF of these two numbers, directly we can divide. HCF of 72 and 96 is 24. We know that how to find the HCF. 72 and 96. For that, divide by 2. We will get the numbers here. Again divide by 2. It will come here. 2, 4. Again by 2. Then by 3. Now the common. For after that, we know that 4 is a composite number, but now we cannot take 3 or 2 from here. It's not common for these numbers. So we have to finish the HCF work till here. 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 into 3, 24. So HCF is 24. So same number 72/96. If you are dividing by 24 by the HCF. 24 3 times in 72 and 24 4 times here. So we will get 3/4. So HCF is 24, and if we are dividing 72/96, we will get 3:4. So we can write these two are in proportion. So we can write both ratios in their simplest form are the same. Therefore, they are proportional. These two are proportional. The simplified form is to come same. We can do in different way. First we have to find the HCF and divide. Only one division is enough. Otherwise, repeatedly with the common factors we have to divide, and finally the simplified form we will get the same. In example 2, here they are asking for the ratio 6:10 that is given, and that is proportional to 18 into dash. We have to find out the term corresponding to this one. These two ratios are in proportion. So we can write that 6:10, and this ratio is proportional to 18 dash. Here this term we have to find out. For that, first we have to write the number 6 is to 10, this ratio in fraction form. So we are getting that as we can divide by 2, it will come 3 by 5. So this we can write as 3 by 5 is the simplified form of the first ratio. Second ratio we can put here x. We don't know the number what is coming there. So let that be x. And this we can write as 18 by x. Here these two ratios are in proportion. It is given that is proportionally we are making. Question is, if 6 glasses of lemonade, she is adding 10 spoons. 6 glasses of lemonade, 10 spoons of sugar. Like the same way, 18 glasses of lemonade, how much spoon or how many spoons of sugar she has to add. So it's proportional. For that we can think like this way. 3 into what is equal to 18? 3 into 6. So same way we have to multiply. It's proportional. So the same proportional number is supposed to come over here. 6 into 5, 30. So in place of x, 30. That means the answer is 30 spoons of sugar she has to add for 18 glasses of lemonade. That's the answer here. 30 is coming. Example 3. Nitin and Harry were constructing compound wall. Two people, Nitin and Harry. And then Nitin was building the longer side of that wall, 60 feet in length, and here 60 feet in length, and Harry was building the shorter side, 40 feet only. Then Nitin used 3 bags of cement. Here he used 3 bags of cement. But Harry used 2 bags of cement. Nitin was worried that the wall Harry built would not be as strong as the wall he built. So we have to check the proportion. These two ratios are proportional or not. For that, Nitin's case, 60 is to 3, which means 60 divided by 3. That we are getting when we are dividing by 3, here it will come 20, 20 by 1. The same way here, 40 by 2, when we are dividing we will get 20 by 1. The simplified form of that ratio we are getting the same, which means these both of them are made the same proportional length by cement. How many bags of cement they use in the same proportion. The ratios are in proportion, which means the wall is equally strong. So we can write both ratios are proportional. The walls are equally strong. Nitin should not worry. Example 5. Measure the width and height to the nearest centimeter of the blackboard in your school. So if your example, if you are getting that is in centimeter, 3 meter, we can write that as 300 centimeter. Is to width, you can take that as 2 meter or 150 meter, 150 centimeter, 1.5 meter. 150 centimeter. For example, let it be 300 centimeter length and 150 centimeter width. Then what is the ratio of width to height? Width and height. The one this is width and this one is height of the blackboard. So we can write that as in fraction form. Divide by 10. Again we can divide by 3. Here 5 times 3. Here 10 times. Again we can divide by 5, it will come 2 by 1, which means 2 is to 1 is the ratio. Then here, can you draw a rectangle in your notebook whose width and height proportional to the ratio of the blackboard? Here the ratio what we got is 2 is to 1 or 2 by 1. So 2 by 1, if you are multiplying with any number, we will get proportional ratio. Here 4/2. If you are multiplying with 6, with 3, it will come 6/3. If you are multiplying with 4, it will come 8/4. So these all are in proportion. These ratios, we can write that in ratio form. 4/2 means 4:2. First one 2:1. So these two are in proportion. We can draw any rectangle with the same ratio or the proportional to the blackboard. Example 6. When Neelima was 3 years old, her mother's age was 10 times of her age. 3 and 10 times of that means 3 into 10, which means 30. So we can make it the table like the same way. Neelima's age and mother's age. Present age. That means now when she is 3 years old. Mother's age 10 times. 3 into 10, 30. Then after, what is the ratio of Neelima's age to her mother's age? Ratio is 3:30. This we can write in simplified form. 3:30, 3/30. Common factor 3, divide by 3, here 1 time, here 10. So 1/10, which means 1:10 is the ratio here. 1:10 is the ratio. Now, what would be the ratio of their ages when Neelima is 12 years? From 3 to get 12, we had to add 9. So after 9 years, she will become 3 plus 9, 12. Same time, after 9 years, now 30. After 9 years, her mother will come 30 plus 9, 39. Now, what would be the ratio of their ages when Neelima is 12 years old? Neelima is 12 years old, that time mother's age is 39. So that also we can write in fraction 12/39. Divide by 3, here 4 times, here 1, 13. So we are getting 4/13, which means 4:13. And would it remain the same? Is both the ratios are same? Here first is 1:10, here 4:13. Both are not same. So we can say the first ratio is not proportional to the second one. Which means if we are adding or subtract any number, the same number from the terms of ratio, the ratio would change. Not necessary to get the same original ratio. So only we can multiply or divide to get another or proportional the ratio. For example, if you are taking here 3/7, to get proportionate another ratio, multiply up and down by 2 or by 3 for any number. You will get the same ratio. The same time, if you are adding addition or subtraction, that ratio will not be same. If you are adding or subtracting any number, ratio will change. Then that means that it will not be proportional. Here in example 7, fill the missing numbers for the following ratios that are proportional to 14:21. 14:21 we can write in fraction form, and simplified form means divide numerator and denominator with 7. Here 2 times 7 in 14 and 3 times in 21. So we can write the simplified form of the given ratio, that is 2:3. Now here we have to find the numerator. They are proportional. So we can put equal to sign. Dash divided by 42. Look at here, 2/3 is equal to dash divided by 42. 3 into what is equal to 42? 3 into 14. 3 into 14 is equal to 42. So Numerator also you have to multiply with 14 with the same number to get the equivalent ratio or proportional ratio. So 2 into 14, that is 28. So the missing number is 28. Next one, 6 is given. We have to find the denominator. Original one, 2 by 3. This is the original one, the simplified form. So 2 by 3 into 2 into what is equal to 6? 2 into 3. So multiply the denominator also. 2 into 3, 6. 3 into 3, 9. 9 is the missing here. Next is 2 is given. Original one 2 by 3 itself. So here it will come 3. We multiply with 1. 2 into 1, 2. 3 into 1, 3. So the missing numbers 28, 9 and 3. Here we can see that first one is 28. Next one is 9. Here 6 is to 9. And the last one is 2 is to 3. Filter coffee. Here he is giving the normal coffee or regular coffee, the ratio 15 is to 35. And that means for a 100 ml coffee, he is taking not for 100 ml, here 50 ml, 30, 40, 50, 50 ml coffee. Out of that, 15 ml coffee liquor and 35 ml milk. 15 is to 35. First we have to add the numbers. 15 plus 35, that we are getting total 50 ml only. Out of that 50 ml, 15 that is coffee decoction and 35 ml milk. And to make a stronger coffee, he is taking that the ratio 20 is to 30. So for 20, total 50 there also, 50 ml milk, 50 ml coffee when we are taking, 20 ml coffee decoction and then 30 ml milk. Again, some of them wants that lighter coffee. For lighter one, he is keeping the ratio this one, 10 is to 40. And here we can see this is the regular one. This is the regular one, little more coffee color. This is the lighter one and this is the stronger one. So we can check the proportional. So for lighter coffee, he is taking 10 is to 40. That means 10 by 40 divided by 10, we will get 1 by 4. That means the ratio is 1 is to 4. Regular means 15 by 35. Divide by 5. Here 3 times. Here 7 times. So the ratio is 3 by 7, which means 3 is to 7. Here for stronger coffee, 20 by 30, which means 2 by 3. That means 2 is to 3. So for regular coffee, ratio is 3 is to 7. For stronger coffee, 2 is to 3. And for lighter coffee, 1 is to 4. This is the ratio he is taking. And coffee quantity to milk. 1 is to 4 for lighter one. And 3 is to 7 for regular one. 2 is to 3. Here we can see the lighter one is this. So that we can write the ratio 1 is to 4. And regular 3 is to 7. Stronger coffee, more coffee, 2 is to 3 ratio. So this is the way he is taking here coffee. So those who are asking for lighter one, lighter coffee, he will use this ratio. Stronger coffee 2 is to 3 and regular coffee 3 is to 7. Now here the question, we have to complete the table. This all out of 50 ml when we are considering. So proportionally we have to take the total and then find out is that regular or strong or light. Here total is coming 300 plus 600, 900. Out of 900 ml, he is adding 300 ml of coffee decoction. Here we can see the ratio for lighter coffee 1:4, for regular coffee 3:7, and for stronger coffee 2:3. And when we are taking 100 ml glass, one coffee total it contains 100 ml. So how much coffee reduction and then milk is there, that we have to check. For that, 1 plus 4, 5. Out of 5, 1 part is that coffee, and then remaining that is milk. So 1/5 into 100, 20 ml coffee decoction there. In the second case, 3 plus 7, 10. 3 part out of 10. For 100 ml, 30 ml it will come. And here 2 plus 3, 5. 2 part out of 5 for 100 ml. So it will come 40 milliliter. So based on that, the coffee is becoming stronger or regular or lighter. If less than 30, this is the regular one. Less than 30 ml coffee decoction is there, then that will be lighter. More than, then that will be stronger. So each one we have to check. First case. Here 300 and 600 are the numbers. So 300 out of total is 900. 300 plus 600, 900. So 300 by 900. And we are comparing with 100 ml coffee, or we can consider that 100 ml glass. In that we are comparing. So into 100. So when we are dividing by 100 and with 3, 1, 3. So 100 by 3, which means is equal to, if we are dividing by 3, 33, and 1 by 3 it will come. That much milliliter of coffee decoction is in that. 33 and 1 by 3, which is greater than 30. That means this is stronger. First one, it is stronger. The same way, second one. 150 ml of coffee decoction. In total is coming 500 plus 150. It will come 650. That into 100. When we are dividing by 5, here 3 times, here 1, 3. So it's equal to 300 by 30. It will come 23 and 1 by 13, which is less than 30 ml. So we can write this is less than 30 ml, which means lighter. We can do it here. Third one. Third is 200. 200 by total is coming 600. That into 100. So 100 by 3. That is again 33 and 1 by 3, which is greater than 30. Which means that is stronger. Next, fourth one. 24 total, 24 plus 56. 24 plus 56, 80. That into 100. 30. 30, which means regular. Next, fifth one. 100 by 300, total is 400. 300 plus 300, 400. That into 100. It is equal to 25. That is less than 30. Less than 30, which means lighter. So based on that, we can complete the table here. First one, it is getting stronger. So we can write that is stronger. Second one, lighter. Third one, again stronger. So first here we have to calculate how much milliliter of coffee decoction is there in each quantity when we are taking, or each mug or cup, different size cup, or different people are asking different way quantity. So according to that we have to find out. Here first we have to take 300 coffee decoction is out of 900. So we have to calculate 300 by 900 into 100, that is coming more than 30, then it will come stronger. Less than 30, lighter, and if 30 ml, that is regular. So we are getting stronger, lighter, stronger, regular, and then lighter. Figure it out. First question, circle the following statements of proportion that are true. First one, 4:7. So 4:7 we can write that as 4/7. That is the simplified form. The second ratio, that is 12/21. That we can simplify by 3. It will come 4 times 3 and 7. That also getting 4/7. If both the ratios, the simplified form, are same, then we can say these are in proportion. So the statements which are true. So this one, both the ratios are same, simplified form. So we can circle that. Circle it. Next, second one we are taking 8/3. That is the simplified form. Then second ratio 24:6. That we can write as 24/6. When we are dividing by 6, 4. So it is coming 4/1. First ratio is 8/3. Second one it is getting 4/1. These two are different ratios. So these are not proportional. It is wrong. Not in proportion. Next, third one. 7/12. First ratio, simplified form. Nothing more to simplify. The next one it is 12/7. That also simplified form. But these are not equal. Not equal. So that also not in proportion. Now fourth one, 21/6. This we can simplify. 21/6 divided by 3, we will get 7 and here 2. So it is coming 7/2. And next one, 35/10. 35/10 we can divide by 5. Here 2 times, here 7. That also 7/2. The simplified form same. So we can put that also correct. Correct one you have to circle it. Next, 12/18. We can divide 12 and 18 by 6. It will come 2/3. So 2/3. Then second part, 28/12. We are dividing by 4. It will come 3 times and here 7. It is coming 7/3. These are different, not same. So we can write that as 2/3 not equal to 7/3. So these are not in proportion. And the next one, 24:8. So 24/8 and 9/3. 9/3 we can simplify, we will get 3/1. This when we are simplifying, that also we will get 3/1. So both the ratios are equal, which means that this one in proportion. So you can circle it. Here second question, give 3 ratios that are proportional to 4/9. 4/9 we can write 4:9, we can write as 4/9, and this is the simplified form. So to get the proportional ratio, we have to just multiply the given numbers or the given ratios by any number. We are multiplying by 2. We will get 8/2. 18. Again 4 by 9, if you are multiplying with 3, if you are multiplying by 4, so by 5, 6, any number you can take it. First you have to look at the given ratio, is the simplified form or not. Is the 4:9, that is in the simplified form. So write in fraction form and then multiply with 2. When we are multiplying by 2, it will come 8 by 18, which means 8:18. If you are multiplying by 3, we will get 12:27. Multiplying with 4, 16:12. So how many ratios we required or we need, that much just you multiply with any number, we can write it. Next one, fill the missing numbers for these ratios that are proportional to 18:24. 18:24, we can write that as 18 fraction form, 18 by 24, and divide by 6. We will get the simplified form 3 by 4. This is the simplified form. First we have to find the simplified form of the given ratio. Then compare the given one with the missing or the given ratios. Here 3 is there as the numerator. Already we have 3. And denominator, so we can write that 4 corresponding to 3. 4 supposed to come over there. Next, numerator is 12. So 3 into what is equal to 12? That we have to think and find out. 3 into 4, 12. So denominator also we have to multiply with 4. 4 into 4, 16. So corresponding to 12, here's the number 16. Same way again we have to take 3 by 4. The original one 3 by 4 is the simplified form. That into here 20 is getting 20, which means 3 into 20 3 into what is equal to 20 is, we will not get a whole number to multiply 3. So we will keep it that the same way, and denominator here we have to take, let x be the number corresponding to 4, and then cross multiply. 3 into x is equal to 4 into 20. 4 into 20, which means 3x is equal to 4 into 20, it will come 80. Then x is equal to 80 by 3. So we are getting a fraction form. You can write here corresponding to 20, it is coming 80 by 3. Next one, 27. So 3 by 4 into dash is equal to 27. We know that 9. So down also 9. So it will come here the missing number 9 into 7, 63. That we can write over here. So if you are not getting, just you have to put x and cross multiply and then simplify that x is equal to. Okay. Directly if you are getting straight, you can use the same way, just by multiplying we will get the missing terms. So these are the corresponding missing numbers corresponding to the given ratio 18:24. Here in this question 4 by 9, that into 4. Here we are getting 16:36. Question number 4. Look at the following rectangles. Which rectangles are similar to each other? When we are looking itself, we can see this is not any one similar to B, similar to C, similar to D. Only the chance that A and E. And if we are measuring, we can see the width and length, it's coming same. Now question number 5. Look at the following rectangle. Can you draw a smaller rectangle and a bigger rectangle with the same width to height ratio? Keep the same ratio. For that, what we have to do, first you have to measure this. 20 by 34. So 20 by 34. If we are simplifying, we will get 10 by 17. So 17 as the length and 10 as the width. If we are taking 10 is to 17 or 10 by 17 as the ratio, we will get the smaller one. And multiply by 2 or multiply by 3, bigger than this. So multiply by 3. You will get 30 by 54. So if you are taking the measurement like the same way, 54 as the length and 30 as the width, we will get the bigger one. So we can draw the rectangle smaller one with the 10 by 17 as the ratio, 10 is to 17, and bigger rectangle by 30 is to 54. Compare your rectangles with your classmates' drawing. So different size we can do, but proportional. The ratio we have to keep the same. Question number 6. The following bricks, long brick wall with patterns in colored bricks. Each wall continues this pattern throughout the wall. What ratio? The grey bricks to colored brick. Ratios in their simplified form. So first we can take the grey one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 grey one and color one. 3, 6 colored one. So we can write that 9 by 6. 9 by 6 we can simplify by 3. Dividing by 3. It will come 3 times and 3. So 3 by 2. So the simplified form is grey. The ratio of grey bricks to colored one, that is 3 is to 2. Similar way here, we can start with the grey one. This is the grey one and this is the colored one. So grey one, if we are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here also 6. So 12, and inside the design 12 plus 4. 16 is coming. And the colored one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 are there. So this we can write as 16 by 12. Divide by 4. 4 by 3. That means the simplified form of the ratio of grey bricks to colored one, that is 4 is to 3. Example 8. Here the ratio is given and we have to find the missing term. This we can write according to the rule of 3. If we first one we can write as 1, the ratio 120 by 15. First ratio we can write in fraction form. And if we are simplifying, we will get the simplified form or keep the same way. These are in proportion. So we can put is equal to. And 80 corresponding to the numerator is coming here 80. Denominator is missing, that we have to find. We can write that as with the letter x. Cross multiply. We will get 120 into x is equal to 15 into 80. Then which means x is equal to 15 into 80 divided by 120. So when we are dividing by 120, then we can cancel and divide by 4. Here 2 times, here 3 times. Again 15 and 3 we can cancel, here 5 times. So x is equal to 10. That means the missing number, that is 10. Here we can see the answer is 10. Example 9, this term is missing. So the first ratio 150 is to 90, that we can write in fraction form. Then second ratio, these are proportion. So we can put equal to sign. 4 is to dash. This missing number we can just let it be x. So 4 by x. Cross multiply. We will get 150 into x is equal to 90 into 4. From that, x is equal to 90 into 4 divided by 150. We can divide by 10. and by 3. Here 3 times, here 5 times. So the number it is coming 12 by 5. When we are doing that the way, we can see here, always you have to look at the unit. 150 minutes. So the ratio we can write as 150 minutes to 90 kilometer. That's the first ratio. Here it is given, which is proportional to. For here it is given hours. So if you are taking like the same way, it will make mistake. This one kilometer, this is minute, and this is hours. Hours we have to convert to minute. The same unit supposed to be there in the ratio. Corresponding terms be the same unit. So 4 hours, we can write that as 4 hours to dash kilometer. This 4 hours we have to convert to minute. So 4 into 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 4 into 60, it will come 240. That much minutes. So we have to write the same thing again. 150 minute by 90, which is equal to, corresponding to minute, here we got in place of 4, that is 240 minute. 240 minute by x kilometer. Now if we want, we can simplify here itself. 0, 10 we can divide by 10 and by 3, 5. So we are getting 5 by 3 is equal to 240 by x. Cross multiply. 5 into x. When we are cross multiplying, 5 into x is equal to 3 into 240. Which means x is equal to 3 into 240 already there, that divided by 5. When we are dividing by 5, 48. So 3 into 48, which is equal to 144 kilometer. So that's the answer. So always you have to remember that when we are taking directly, not to take the same way, look at the unit same. Corresponding terms are in the same unit or not. One is in minute, the other one is in hour. So when we are doing that way, you'll get mistake. So to avoid that, always look at the units. Here minute, this also you have to make the minute. This kilometer, here we are getting that much 144 kilometer there in the answer here. 4 hours, 144 kilometer. Example 10. A small farmer Himachal Pradesh sells each 200 gram packet of tea for 200. So the ratio is 200 is to 200, 1 is to 1. Meghalaya sells 1 kilogram. This one in gram, this in kilogram. So 1 kilogram we know that is 1000 gram. So convert to gram, same unit. 1000 gram of packet tea, that for rupees 800. So 1000 by 800 to find the ratio. Then are the weight to price ratios in both places proportional? These two ratios are proportional or not? Which tea is more expensive? So we can take that Himachal Pradesh here, that is 200 gram cost rupees 200. Meghalaya, that is coming for 1 kg, that means 1000 gram cost 800. So the ratio is coming 1000 by 800, 5 by 4, 5 is to 4. Here the ratio is 200 by 200, the 1 is to 1. So these two are not proportional. So we can write they are not proportional. Then Himachal Pradesh, that price for 200 gram cost rupees 200, which means for 1 gram 1 rupee. So for 1000 gram 1000 rupee it will come, or for 1 gram it will come 200 by 200 into 1000 rupees, that is greater than 800. In Meghalaya only for 1 kg 800 rupees only. So Himachal Pradesh is having the price more. So that we can see here Tea from Himachal Pradesh more expensive. There it is coming 1000 rupees, but in Meghalaya only 800. Figure it out. Page number 170. The Earth travels approximately 940 million kilometers around the Sun in a year. How many kilometers will it travel in a week? We know that here 940 million kilometers in a year. 1 year is equal to 52 weeks. So in 52 weeks, 940 million kilometers. So in 1 week, so that we can take as x here 1. And we can find in 1 week how many million kilometers it is moving. So you can write that 1 year is equal to 52 weeks. 940 million kilometers in 52 weeks in 1 year, that is given. In 1 week we don't know, so we can take that as x kilometer. Then the ratio it will come 940 in 52 weeks. Then dash x in 1 week. These are in proportional. So both the ratios are in proportion, so we can write like the same way. First fraction or first ratio is equal to the second ratio, fraction form. Then cross multiply. When we are cross multiplying here, these two. So that means 52x is equal to 940. Then x is equal to 940 divided by 52. We are getting 18 point something. We can just take 18 approximately. So in 1 week, Earth travels 18 million kilometers around the Sun. Second question, a mason is building a house in the shape of the diagram here. And it is given for 10 feet wall. He requires approximately 1450 bricks. So how many bricks he need to build the house? Assume all walls are the same height. So some of them are here given. You have to find the total length of the wall. Here this is 12 feet. This also will be 12 feet. Same length. 9 feet. Here also 9 feet. The other side, this wall also 9 feet. Here 6, which means this also 6. Here 12, this also 12. So this side total is coming 9 plus 9, 18 plus 6, 24. Out of that 24, here 15 is given. So 9 is here. 9 more. The same way. Now take the total. So total, when we are adding, we are getting 108 feet wall. This much the total length of the wall. And the ratio is here given 10 for 10 feet, 1450 bricks. Then for 108 feet, how much bricks that we have to calculate. So 10 is to 1450 we can write in fraction form and simplify. This also write in fraction form and simplify. Then cross multiply, we can find the value of x. 3 terms are given. Fourth one we can find. Now we can write in sentence. Number of bricks for 10 feet wall, that is 1450. Ratio of length of the wall to the number of bricks, that means this ratio is 10 is to 1450. That means ratio of the length of the wall to number of bricks. For 10 feet, this much. Now total length we got that as 108. So that ratio we can write as 108 is to x number of bricks. So these ratios are in proportion. So we can write 10 by 1450 is proportional to 108 into 108 is to x. So we can take that as in fraction form. 10 by 1450 we can divide by 10. So 1 by 145 is equal to 108 by x. Cross multiply, 1x is equal to 108 into 145, which means 15,660. So the total number of bricks required to build 108 meter wall is equal to 15,660. So take this ratio in proportion, that means both the ratios are in proportion. So the missing term we can find out. Here in this question, Puneet's father went from Lucknow to Kanpur in 2 hours by riding his motorcycle at the speed of 50 km per hour. So 50 km per hour, 2 hours. So total distance is equal to 50 into 2, 100 km. Speed into time, distance. If he drives 75 km per hour, how long he will take to reach Kanpur? So same distance, 100 by 75. So we can write the steps in the same way. In 2 hours, distance covered, total distance is equal to speed into time. So 100 km. If he changes the speed to 75 km, so 100 by 75, that means 4 by 3 hours he will take if the speed is 75 km per hour. So we can write in the ratio form. First one, 50 is to 2. 50 km per hour, 2 hours is taking. Next, 75 km per hour, 4 by 3 hours is taking. So just simplify both the fractions or both the ratios. Write in fraction form, 50 by 2. We are getting 25 by 1. 75 by 4 by 3, it will come 75 into, take the reciprocal, 3 by 4, and which is equal to 25. Sorry, which will come, that is when we are dividing by 4, it is 5 times 20, 25. There is 6 times 0.1, 2, 5, 56 point something. Anyway, that is not equal to 25. Here we got 25 by 1. Here the ratio is not coming as same. So the ratios are not equal. We can write the ratios 50 is to 2 and 75 is to 4 by 3 are not in proportion. So we cannot write in this form. We cannot write this not in proportion. So here the question, can we write that in proportion? So can we form this problem as a proportion? No. Then what is the speed? So at the speed of 75 km per hour, he will take 4 by 3 hours to reach Kanpur, which is less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. 50 km per hour, he is taking 2 hours. 4 by 3, which means less than 2 hours. 4 by 3, which means 191 by 3. So that much you can convert into a minute, or otherwise just 191 by 3 hours, less than 2 hours will take. Page number 174, example 11. Here Prashanthi and Puvan started a food cart business near their school. Prashanthi invested 75,000 rupees and Puvan invested 25,000 rupees. So we can write that in two cases. Here Prashanthi invested rupees 75,000, Puvan invested rupees 25,000. So the ratio according to what they invested, 75,000 divided by 25,000. So 1,000 zeros we can cancel, 25 here 3 times, here 1 time 25. So we are getting the simplified form of that ratio as 3 is to 1, which means the ratio is 3 is to 1. So 3 parts are out of sum of these ratios. 3 plus 1, 4. Out of 4 parts, 3 Prashanthi is taken and 1 part Puvan is taken. So when it becomes in rupees, 75,000 and 25,000. Now here they are saying at the end of first month, they gained a profit of rupees 4,000. They decided that they would share the profit in the same ratio as that of their investment. What is each person's share of the profit? Here profit is rupees 4,000. So here we can write profit is equal to rupees 4,000. And the same ratio they are following. So to find the ratio, the formula is given there. M is the first part, then total of the amount. So here we can do it easily. 3 part out of 4 that Prashanthi invested. 1 part out of 4 that is Bhuvan invested. So the same way profit also they are sharing, which means 3 by 4 Prashanthi invested, 1 out of 4 portions Bhuvan invested. So when it comes profit, 3 by 4th of 4,000. Here Bhuvan will get 1/4 of that profit amount 4,000. So when we are dividing that, we can see of means into 3 by 4 into 4,000. Here it is coming 1,000 and we will get here 3,000 and here just 1,000. So 1 into 1,000, 1,000 rupees. So Bhuvan is getting 1,000 rupees and Prashanthi is getting 3,000 rupees. That's the answer here. Prashanthi would get 3,000 rupees and Bhuvan would get 1,000 rupees as the profit. For that, what we did first, the invested amount, from that write that in fraction form, then simplified fraction form, and then in ratio. And 2 parts are here. First is 3 and second one is representing with 1 here. And sum of these terms or the numbers or the ratio terms, that is here 4. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So the first person invested or his share, her share is 3 out of 4. Second one 1 out of 4. Total profit 4,000. So 3 by 4 of 4,000 and 1 by 4 of 4,000. So each one is getting 3,000. That means Prashanthi is getting 3,000, Bhuvan is getting 1,000 rupees. So example 12. A mixture of 40 kg contains sand and cement in the ratio 3:1. How much cement should be added to the mixture to make the ratio of sand to cement, that is 5:2? So here 40 kg mixture contains sand and cement in the ratio 3:1. From that we can find out how much cement or sand is in 40 kg. Ratio is 3:1. So same way we can write that as sand and cement ratio is 3:1. Sum it will come that as 3 plus 1, 4. Now out of 4 portion, 3 part that is sand and 1 part is cement. In 40 kg mixture, how much sand is there? 3 out of 4 of 40 kg. And how much cement is 1 portion out of 4. 1 by 4 of same 40 kg, which means 3 by 4 into 40. You can divide by 4, here 10. That means 30 kg here, which means sand. Sand here we are getting that as 30 kg. Same way cement here. 1 by 4 of means into 40. Here 10, which means 10 kg. That is cement. Now here the question, how much cement should be added to make the mixture in the ratio? Sand to cement is the ratio 5:2. That means proportional. To make that 5:2 the ratio in place of 3:1. To make 5:2, how much cement is added, or how much cement supposed to add with the mixer? Now we know that is sand is here 30 kg. We have to make the ratio 5:2. So the new ratio to make that is 5:2. 5 out of 7 portion, 5 portion that is sand and 2 portions of cement. 5:2, which is proportionally to that. Here sand is 30 kg. And how much cement supposed to come? If the ratio is 5:2. So that we can take as x. Let x be the ratio. Sorry, let x be the cement. Quantity of cement to be. And this we can write as fraction form. 5/2 is equal to 30 by x. Cross multiply. Here we will get 5 into x. 5x is equal to 2 into 30. From that x is equal to 2 into 30 divided by 5. When we are dividing by 5, here 6. So 2 into 6, 12 kg cement supposed to be there with this mixture. But already 10 kg cement is there. So 2 kg more to add. 2 kg more to add with the same mixture to make the ratio 5:2. Here we can see that 12 kg, the mixture should have 12 kg cement to make the ratio of sand to cement as 5:2. Already 10 kg cement is there. So we need to add 2 kg more. 2 kg of cement to the original mixture. So there is supposed to be 12 kg cement. Already 10 kg cement is there in the given mixture. So 2 more. 2 kg cement to add to make the mixture in the ratio 5:2. Figure it out. Page number 175. Divide 4,500 rupees into 2 parts in the ratio 2:3. So sum of this ratio, that is coming 2 plus 3, 5. So we had to divide 2 by 5 of 4,500 and the second part is coming 3 by 5 of 4,500. Here the given ratio is 2:3. So sum of the ratios, that is mean 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. That is sum. So total amount is 4,500. First portion is 2. So 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. Here the sum of 4,500. So 2 by 5 into 4,500. If we are dividing by 5, here 900. 2 into 9, 18. So 1,800 rupees. The first portion. Second portion is 3 out of 5. So 3 by 5 of 4,500. Again here 9 times 900, 9 into 3, 27. So 2,700. It's the second part. So the two parts are first portion 1,800 and the second portion is 2,700 rupees. Second question. In a science lab, acid and water are mixed in the ratio of 1:5. Acid and water in the ratio 1:5 to make a solution. In the bottle 240 milliliter solution, then how much acid and water does the solution contains? So ratio is 1:5. Sum of these numbers 1 plus 5, that is 6. And first portion, that is acid. So quantity of acid in 240 milliliter of solution means 1 by 6 into 240. Water means 5, second portion. 5 by 6 into 240. So we can write in sentence ratio of acid and water, that is 1:5. So sum is coming 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. Then quantity of the solution is given, that is 240. Acid and water, the same order we have to keep. So portion or quantity of acid in 240 ml. That means 1 portion out of 6. 1 by 6 into 240 is equal to 40 ml. 40 into 1, 40 ml. Here quantity of water, second portion, that means 5 out of 6 into 240. 5 into 420, so 200 ml. Here that first portion divided by sum. If we are writing the sum here separately, then straight we can write that 1 by 6. Now 40 ml acid and 200 ml water in 240 ml solution. Quantity of acid and water in the solution are 40 ml and 200 ml. Third question, blue and yellow paints are mixed in the ratio 3:5 to get green paint. Out of 40 ml of green paint, how much of these two colors are needed? So 3:5, 3 plus 5, 8. 3 out of 8 of 40 ml, that is blue. 5 out of 8 into 40, that is yellow. The same order, blue and yellow. Blue is 3 part out of 8. Yellow is 5 part out of 8. So if there is 40 ml they are producing, which means we have to take 3 by 8 into 40. We will get how much blue, and the same way yellow color. So we can write in sentence, ratio of blue and yellow paints, that is given as 3:5. So sum is 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. And here the green paint is given as 40 ml. We have to find how much blue paint added in this mixture. So 3 by, first portion, that is 3. 3 by 8 into 40. 5 times 8, 5 into 3, 15 ml. Now quantity of yellow paint, that means 5 portion out of 8. 5 by 8 into 40. 5 into 5, 25 ml. So first part of that question is how much in 40 ml green paint, how much blue and yellow paints are there. So in 40 ml green paint contains 50 ml blue paint, blue color, and 25 ml yellow color. Then the next part, to make, that's the first part, to produce 40 ml of green paint, how much of these two colors are needed. Now the second part, to make the paint a lighter shade of green, light green, I added 20 ml yellow to the mixer. What is the new ratio of blue and yellow in the mixer? So what we did, he added 20 ml yellow to the mixer. So we can write, after adding that 20 ml of yellow paint to the mixer, the new quantity of blue paint is same, 15 ml itself. Same as that. There's no change. Blue color they are keeping the same way, added 20 ml yellow paint. So new quantity of yellow paint, total yellow paint, here it is coming, that is 25 plus 20. Here it was 20 before. After adding this 20 milliliter, it is coming 25 plus 20, 45 milliliter. Now yellow color is 45 milliliter and blue is 15. The new ratio, blue to yellow. Blue is 15, yellow is 45. So 15 is to 45. That we can write as fraction form, 15 by 45. Divide by 15, we will get here 1 time, and 3 times 15, 45. 1 by 3, and which is equal to 1:3. So the new ratio of that blue to yellow paints, that is 1:3. Fourth question, to make soft idlis, you need to mix rice and urdu dal in the ratio 2:1. That means if you are taking total 3 cups, out of that 3, 2 plus 1, sum is 3. Out of that 3, 2 cups rice and 1 cup urdu dal. That's the ratio, 2:1. This is the simplified form of the mixer. Now, 6 cups of the mixer to make idlis tomorrow morning. How many cups of rice and urdu dal will you need? So for that, first you have to find the ratio sum and then 2 by 3 of 6 or into 6. You can write in sentence ratio of rice to urdu dal, that is given 2:1. Sum of these 2 and 1, that is 3. 2 plus 1, 3. Total cups in the mixture, or how much we need. Total 6 cups we required. So number of cups of rice, 2 portion, and total is 3, 2 out of 3. But here 6 cups we need. So 2 by 3 into 6. Here 2 times 2 into 2, 4. 4 cups of rice. Same way dal. 1 by 1 portion. 1 by 3 into 6. So 2 cups. So we can write that as 4 cups rice and 2 cups. 4 cup rice and 2 cup urdu dal are required to be mixed, or to make that mixture of 6 cups. Fifth question, I have 1 bucket of orange paint that I made by mixing red and yellow paints in the ratio 3:5. I added another bucket of yellow paint to the mixer. What is the ratio of red paint to yellow paint in the new mixer? So here the ratio is given 3:5. And after that added another bucket of yellow paint. Here that bucket quantity is not given. So we can take, let X be the quantity of that bucket, capacity. Let capacity of that bucket be X liter. Then ratio of red paint and yellow paint, that ratio is given as 3:5. So here sum is coming 3 plus 5, that is 8. Which means 3 portion out of 8, that is red. And 5 portion out of 8, that is yellow. Now quantity of red paint. We don't know the total quantity of the bucket, that is X. So 3 portion out of 8, that into X, which means 3x by 8. So the same way yellow paint, 5 portion by 3 plus 5 total, that into X, 5x by 8. So this is the quantity of red paint, 3x by 8, and yellow paint as 5x by 8. After that what he did, adding 1 bucket of yellow paint to the mixer. 1 bucket yellow paint he is adding to the mixer. Now the new quantity of red paint is same as that. This is the red paint. That is same quantity, no change in that. He is adding yellow paint. So after adding 1 bucket of yellow paint, so this bucket we have taken already, that is X liter. So adding means already 5x by 8 is there, that plus x. 1 more bucket is adding. So here we have to find the LCM and add the terms. X we can write as x by 1 to find the LCM. 8 is the common denominator, so multiply by 8. So 8 is the LCM here. Top it will come 8x and this 5x. 5x plus 8x is equal to 13x by 8. Now the new ratio. The original quantity same, red paint is same as that, 3x by 8. After adding yellow paint, the new quantity it becomes 13x by 8. Now the ratio, new ratio of red paint and yellow paint. In the mixer, that means red paint 3x by 8 is to 13x by 8. So 3x by 8 here, that into, take the reciprocal because 2 fractions, 8 by 13x. X we can cancel, 8 also we can cancel, which is equal to 3 by 13 is the simplified form. And that is equal to 3:13. So the new ratio of that red paint to yellow paint is 3:13. Here are some important unit conversions. Length 1 meter is equal to 3.281 feet. Area 1 square meter means 10.764 square feet. 1 acre means 43,560 square feet. 1 acre land, which means 43,560 square feet. Hectare means 10,000 square meters. And 1 hectare means 2.471 acres. 1 milliliter is equal to 1 cubic centimeter and 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. Same way, temperature Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 into Z. To find the Fahrenheit, whatever the Celsius measurement, that into 9 by 5 plus 32. Just reverse to find the in Celsius. 5 by 9 into Fahrenheit, whatever the measurement, that minus 32. First we Fahrenheit measurement to write here, minus 32, then that answer multiply by 5 by 9. Now figure it out. First question, page number 176. Anaga mixes 600 milliliter of orange juice with 900 milliliter of apple juice. Orange and apple, 600 ml and 900 ml. To make a fruit drink, write the ratio of orange juice and apple juice in its simplified form. So just write that 600 ml is to 900 ml and that in fraction form. Simplify the fraction, get the simplified form, and we can write that in ratio. So write in sentence, quantity of orange juice 600 ml, apple juice 900 ml. So ratio is coming 600 is to 900. Then in simplified form or the simplest form, 600 by 900, we can divide by 100 by cancelling the zeros. Then divide by, here 6 by 9 we are getting, and divide by 3, 2 and 3. So 2 by 3 is the simplified form, simplest form. So we can write the ratio that as 2 is to 3. So this is the ratio of orange juice to apple juice in the simplified form or the simplest form. Second question, last year we hired 3 buses for the school trip. We had a total of 162 students. 3 buses and 162 students. So we can find in one bus how many students. So 162 divided by 3. We will get 54 students with the teachers. That means 54 people are there in one bus. Now all the buses were full. This year we have 204 students. How many buses will we need? And will all the buses be full? Last year it was all the seats were full, which means 162 divided by 3 is equal to 54 seats are there in one bus. How many buses they have to arrange for 204 students? Will the buses, how many, will all the buses be full? So we can write in sentence here. 3 buses last year they arranged for 162 people or students with teacher. So one bus, how many seats are there in one bus, or capacity of one bus is equal to 162 divided by 3. So here we are getting 54. 5 times 12, 4 times 54, which means in one bus 54 seats are there, or 54 people can sit. Now ratio of number of seats to the number of buses is 54 is to 1. Now we have to check to get 204 seats. What is the number of buses required? We know that 54 in one bus. So in 2 buses, 54 into 2 is equal to 108. 54 into 3 is equal to 162. 54 into 4 is equal to 216. This is coming near to 204. Here only 204 students. But if we are arranging 3 buses, that can carry only 162 people. but 204 students are there. So we had to arrange 4 buses. But 200 total seats it will come 216. We have only 204 students. So we need to arrange 4 buses and 216 minus 204, 12 seats will be vacant. We have only 204 students. So 12 seats will be vacant. Third question, the area of Delhi is 1484 square kilometer and Mumbai 550. And population Delhi approximately 30 million. That means 1484 square kilometer is for 30 million people. In Mumbai 550 for 20 million people. And which city is more crowded? So we have to find the ratio of both the places. Why do you say so? We can write in sentence ratio of the area of each place. First is Delhi. Here area of to population. The ratio of area to population in Delhi, that is 1484 square kilometer for 30 million people. Same thing in Mumbai. 550 square kilometer area for 20 million people. Now the ratios. Delhi, that is coming 1484 square kilometer for 30 million. In Mumbai, that 550 for 20 million. So when we are finding the ratio, this is coming 49 something, this is 27 something. So the area of for people in each place, here in Delhi 49.467, that much square kilometer for 1 million people, but that of Mumbai only for 27.5 square kilometer. So we can write Mumbai is more populated. Look at here, for 1 million people, here we are considering 1 million people, how much space are there or how much land is there for 1 million people. 1484 square kilometer for 30 million. So for 1 million. This much is good. So for 1 million people, Delhi is having 49.467 square kilometer area, but in Mumbai only 27.5 square kilometer area. Less land or space. So we can say Mumbai is more crowded than Delhi. Question number 4. A crane of height 155 centimeter has its neck and rest of its body in the ratio 4:6. For your height, if your neck and the rest of the body also had this ratio, how tall would your neck be? So first you have to find your height. You can take any, that means what is the measurement, 160 or 165, anything. And here the ratio, same ratio or not, 4:6. If you are taking the same ratio, then you have to find how tall would your neck be. So we can take that 165 as your height, for example. And ratio and height of the neck, here it is given, that is 4:6. Now, if you are taking your height as 165 centimeter, then height of neck, total is here, sum is 10. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. 4 portion, this is the neck ratio, 4/10 of your height. 4/10 of height. So 4 into 165 is coming, or you can simplify the 660, that divided by 10, it will come 66 centimeter. So you can do that 4/10 of 165 into. Simplify by 5, here 2 times, here 2 into 33, 66 centimeter, that way also. So neck height Your neck, if your height is 165 centimeter, then according to this ratio, your neck height or length be 66 centimeter. Question number 5. Try and answer problem here at the weight of a measured unit named palas and nikas was the unit of 2.5 palas saffron and cost 3/7 niskas. Export businessman. Tell me quickly what quantity of saffron can be bought for 9 niskas. In place of money, they are using coins like the same with the and said what they used, that names. So here what we are getting 2.5 palas of saffron for 3/7 niskas. The same ratio if you are keeping, then how much saffron can be bought for 9 niskas? So we can write in sentence, weight of unit of that weight is palas and unit of money, that is niskas. This in rupees or paise, coin, something, and this the weight. So ratio between these two terms, 2.5 palas to 3/7 of niskas. So we have to find the ratio first, the given terms 2.5 and 3/7. So this is a mixed fraction. First we have to convert that into improper fraction. 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. 5/2 is to 3/7. Now again this in the fraction form. This ratio is in fraction form. To avoid the fraction, we had to multiply by 14, which means LCM of 2 and 7. If we are multiplying with 14, 5/2 and 3/7 with 14, that is LCM of 2 and 7. 2 and 7, that is 14. So multiply with 14. Here it will come 7, here it will come 2. So the first number is coming 35, second number 3 into 2, 6. 5 into 7, 35, 3 into 2, 6. So the ratio we are getting in the normal number form. To avoid the fraction, we multiplied with the LCM of 2 and 7. Now the ratio between these two terms, the given ratio, that is 35:6. Now ratio of X palas. Here the question, for 9 niskas, how much palas will get or saffron will get. So that we can take as X is to 9. So these are in proportion. So 35:6 proportional to X is to 9. Ratios are in proportion. So we can write in fraction form. 35/6 is equal to X by 9. 3 terms are there, which means we can find the fourth one. Cross multiply 6 into X. 6X is equal to 35 into 9 and X is equal to 35 into 9, that divided by 6. Then divide by 2, it will get 52.5. Which means 52.5, that much saffron. Palas of saffron in place of gram or kg, something, the term is coming here. That milligram and that type of small quantity. 52.5 palas of saffron can be bought for 9 niskas. Question number 6. Hermine is a 1-year-old girl. Her elder brother is 5 years old. What will be Hermine's age when the ratio of her age to her brother's age is 1:2? Here we can take Hermine's and brother's age. Hermine and brother, his brother. Present age for him, that is 1 year, and brother is having 5 years. This is given. 1 year and brother is having 5 years. After we don't know how many years, their ratio it will come 1:2. That we have to calculate. For that, just take X as the number of years. After X years, After 5 years, then 1 plus 5. After 2 years, then 1 plus 2. Now after HC years, Hermione's age, that 1 plus X. After HC years, Hermione's age, it will come 1 plus X. Same way, his brother's age also, 5 plus X, it will come. But after HC years, the ratio of their age is supposed to be 1:2. Which means the ratio between the after HCS, these ages and the present age. 1 plus X is to 5 plus X, proportional to, here the ratio is given as 1:2. These ages supposed to be, when it comes, the ratio 1:2. So we have to write 1 plus X by 5 plus X is equal to 1/2. 1:2 means 1/2. Cross multiply. 2 plus 2x is equal to 5 plus x. And change the side, 2x to this, x to this side, x is equal to 5 minus 2, 3. So x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. Which means after 3 years, that time age of Hermione 3 plus 1, 4 years. X is becoming 3. So after 3 years, age of Hermione, it will become 4 years. That time she is having 4 years, and here it will come 5 plus 3, 8. So 4 and 8 is the ratio 1:2. 4 by 8. Divide by 4, we will get 1 and 2, 1/2, which means 1:2. So her age will be 4 years. After 3 years, Hermione's age it will come 4 years. Question number 7. The mass of equal volumes of gold and water in the ratio 37:2. So we can write ratio of masses of gold to water, that is 37:2. 1 liter of water is 1 kilogram in mass. 1 liter of mass of 1 liter of water is 1 kilogram. And what is the mass of 1 liter of gold? That we don't know. So we will take, let mass of 1 liter of gold be x kg. So this is in the same ratio. So its ratio it will come gold to water. First is gold to water. So x is to 1. These ratios are in proportion. So we can take that 37:2 is equal to x is to 1. So we can write that as 37/2 is equal to x by 1. Cross multiply, we will get 2x is equal to 37 and x is equal to 2 into x. 2x is equal to 37. X is equal to 37/2, which is equal to 18.5. So we can write 1 liter of gold. Mass of 1 liter of gold is equal to 37/2 or 18.5 kg. Question number 8. It is good farming practice to apply 10 tons of cow manure for 1 acre land. We know that 1 acre is equal to, when the previous page we noticed that 1 acre is equal to 43,560 square feet. 10 tons for 1 acre, which means the ratio is 10 tons for 1 acre means 43,560 square feet. Now, farmer is planning to grow tomatoes in a plot of size 200 feet into 500 feet. This is not in acre. 200 feet into 500 feet, which means just you multiply, we will get 200 into 500, that is 100,000 square feet. That much square feet. And for that, how much manure should he buy? So let X be the tons in terms of ton. X tons cow manure be required for this 200 into 500 square feet. So can they convert this 200 into 500 multiply, and you will get 100,000 square feet area and X tons of cow manure required. Now these ratios are in proportion. The ratio is here given as 10:4,000 per acre. for 1 acre. 1 acre means 43,560. Here this in square feet is given. So, and the first part is given in acre. Here we can see here 1 for 1 acre land and the second part in square feet. So we had to make the same unit. That's why converting that acre to square feet. So 10 is to 4,360 and X is to 100,000 square feet. That means both are in the same ratio and they are proportional. So we can write in proportional way. First ratio proportional to the second one. So we can write the first ratio, that 10 by 43,560, which is equal to X by 100,000. Simplify that, X is equal to cross multiply. So X is equal to, we will get 100,000 into 10, one more 0, that divided by 43,560. When we are simplifying, we will get that is 22.957, which means cow manure required for 200 into 500 square feet land, that means 22.957 tons of cow manure required. Question number 9. A tap takes 15 seconds to fill a mug of water. The volume of the mug is 500 ml. So 15 seconds to fill 500 ml. Now, how much time does the same tap take to fill a bucket of water if the bucket has 10 liter? Here this in milliliter and here 10 liter. We know that 10 liter, which means 10 into 1000. 1 liter is equal to 1000. So 10 liter means 10 into 1000, 10,000 milliliter. And the time we can take that as X second. Time we have to find out. For that, just let X be the time, X seconds be the time to fill 10 liter bucket. Here this in milliliter, so we have to convert this liter to milliliter. That's what 10,000 milliliter. Now the ratios, 15 seconds for 500. Here X seconds for 10,000 milliliter. So we are writing in the ratio 15 is to 500 and X is to 10,000. These are in proportion, both the ratios. So we can write 15 by 500. First ratio is 15 by 500 is equal to X by 10,000. Cross multiply. We'll get 10,000 into 15 by 500. So when we are simplifying, we are getting 300 seconds. That 300 seconds means we can convert into hours. 300 divided by 60, we will get 5 minutes. The time to fill the bucket of 10 liter, that is 5 minutes. 300 seconds or 5 minutes. Question number 10. 1 acre of land cost rupees 50 lakh. So 1 acre, we know that already in the previous page, 1 acre is equal to 43,560. Here 1 acre of land is given, and after that this next part of the question, what is the cost of 2,400 square feet? So we have to make the same unit, convert that 1 acre to square feet. So 1 acre is equal to 43,560, and that cost for rupees 15 lakh. Now we can write that in ratio. 1 acre cost this much. 1 acre means 43,560 square feet is to 15 lakh. Now cost of 2,400 square feet land. Now we made this in square feet. And that cost, we will take that as X. Then the ratio it will come 2,400 is to X. These two ratios are in proportion. So first we converted the acre to square feet because of the second part is given in square feet. So both the ratios supposed to be in the same unit. This in square feet, this also in square feet. and this is the cost in rupees. This will come the cost as in rupees. So the ratios are in proportion. We can write the first ratio proportion to the second ratio, and that in fraction form. 43,560 divided by 15 lakh, which is equal to 2,400 divided by x. We don't know how much, that we are going to calculate. So cross multiply. It will come x is equal to 15 lakh into 2,400, that divided by 43,560. When we are dividing, we will get, after simplification, 82,644.63. So cost of that land is coming 82,644.63 rupees. This question we can think of the way that 1 acre land is available for to sell, and we need only, or we are ready to buy only 2,400 square feet. So how much we have to pay? To calculate that, first we have to find the ratio and then after that we are calculating how much cost for for 2,400 square feet of land. Here according to this ratio we are getting 82,644.63 rupees. Question number 11. A tractor can plough the same area of field 4 times faster than a pair of oxen. So, two are there, tractor and pair of oxen, ox. So, 4 times the ratio of efficiency, that means tractor to the pair of oxen, that is 4:1. Tractor can complete 4 times of that land, that work, than a pair of oxen is doing. And here the ratio is given. A pair of oxen have taken 6 hours to plough 1 acre land. To plough an acre of land. So, time taken for 1 acre, 6 hours. Pair of oxen is given. Pair of oxen takes 6 hours. 6 hours. Then the same land, tractor is taking 6/4. This is 4 times. So, or divide by 4. 6/4, which means 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours only it will take by the tractor to plough 1 acre land. But pair of oxen, it is taking 6 hours. Now the farmer wants to plough his 20-acre field. How much time would it take if the farmer used a pair of oxen to plough the field? And how much time is taken if he decides to use tractor? So for oxen, we know that here 1.5 hours and this is 6 hours. So for 20 acre, for 1 acre, 1.5 hours. So for 20 acre, 20 into 1.5, which is equal to 30 hours. For 1 acre, oxen is taking 6 hours. So for 20 acre, 6 into 20, 120 hours it will take. Now, time taken by the tractor to plough 20 acre field is equal to 30 hours. And the time taken to plough the 20 acre land by the pair of oxen, that is 120 hours. 30 and 120 hours. So, if he is using the tractor, he can save time. In 12th question, a 10 rupee coin is an alloy. Alloy means mixture of copper and nickel. Copper and nickel are mixed in the ratio 3:1. So we can write ratio of copper to nickel, that is 3:1. Now the coin, mass of the coin is 7.74 gram. So from that we can find out how much gram in one coin, how much gram of copper and nickel. Ratio is 3:1 and coin weight or mass is 7.74. So sum of the terms, the numbers in the ratio, that is 3 and 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So 3 by 4 of 7.74, that is copper. 1 by 4 of 7.74, that is nickel. So we can write here mass of copper in that coin, 10 rupee coin. 3 by 4 of total weight is 7.74. Out of 4 in the ratio sum is 4. Out of 4, 3 part or 3 by 4, that is copper. So 3 by 4 into 7.74, we will get 5.805 gram. That much gram, 5.805 gram copper is there in that one coin. Same way, mass of nickel. So here we have taken 3 part. Now for 1 out by 4. 1 by 4 of this 7.74 coin weight. That is 1.935 gram. So nickel in one coin, that is 1.935 gram. So total weight of the coin is 7.74. Out of that 5.805 gram copper and 1.935 gram nickel is there in the coin. Now here the question. If the cost of copper is 906, copper cost that is 906 and nickel cost that is 1341, then what is the cost of the metals in that coin? Here cost is given per kilogram. We are getting here per gram. So we have to convert that kilogram cost, we have to write in per gram. For that, cost of copper is given 906 per kilogram. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000. So per gram means 906 by 1000. When we are dividing by 1000, 3 places we have to move and put the decimal point, which means 0.906 per gram. This much rupee per gram for 1 gram. Same way nickel also divide by 1000, we will get 1.341 rupees per gram. So for 1 gram of copper cost rupees 0.906 and 1 gram nickel cost rupees 1.341 gram. Now in our coin contains 5.805 gram of copper. So copper price that is 0.906, which means 0.906 into weight of that copper. So we are getting 5.26. 5.26 rupees, that will be the cost of one coin for copper. Same way for nickel, weight is 1.935 gram and cost is 1.341. When we are multiplying these two, we will get 2.59. So 1 10 rupee coin that contains copper and nickel, 2 alloys, 2 metals, copper and nickel. And in that coin, the cost of the metal, copper is having 5.26 rupees and nickel is having, cost is coming 2.59 rupees. So we can write in sentence, in one coin, 1 10 rupee coin they are given. So in 1 10 rupee coin which contains 5.805 copper and 1.935 gram of nickel, and its cost is here. When we are multiplying, we are getting 5.26 rupees for cost of copper and 2.59 rupees as the cost of nickel.